For our group presentation, we will be discussing indulgent versus restrained cultures. The textbook states that an indulgent culture freely allows gratification of desires that allow individuals to enjoy life and have fun. Indulgent cultures value things like individual happiness, vacation, leisure time, and expression of emotions and thoughts. The textbook states that restrained cultures have strict social norms and discourage acting simply out of want. Restrained cultures find that leisure and vacation are not seen as that important in restrained cultures, and they discourage the behavior of indulgent cultures by having strict social and familial norms and rules, because they take it that it is potentially rude to act out of want.
The British culture is classified as indulgent because they have a desire to enjoy life and be happy. They have positive attitudes and lots of optimism. They also place an importance on leisure time. Many British people are comfortable doing what they want and like to spend money on whatever they want. Some social norms in the UK are there's no specific dress code for everyday people. Mostly anything they wear is acceptable. Black is a popular color to wear. In the business world, their dress code is very similar to the United States, a suit and a tie for men and a pantsuit or dress skirt for women. Punctuality is a huge thing to British people. If they are late, it is considered rude and is very frowned upon. Smoking cigarettes is very common in the UK and considered a social norm. When greeting someone, shaking hands is most common. Hugs and kisses is common for close friends and family, very similar to the US. Sarcasm and being able to laugh at ourselves is another social norm all throughout the UK. The person who invited you out to dinner is typically the one to pay. 5 British values are democracy, which is the equality of rights and privileges, individual liberty, which is free exercise of rights that is seen as outside government control, the rule of law, accountable to law that is applied and enforced, mutual respect, individuals' dignity, and tolerance of those with different faiths and beliefs.
Popular tradition in the UK, Boxing Day. Boxing Day is the day after Christmas and almost like an extension of the main holiday. People spend time with their families and loved ones as many are tired from work. Popular food in the UK, fish and chips. Fish and chips first appeared in the UK in the 1860s, and by 1910 there were over 25,000 fish and chip shops across the UK. How does an indulgent culture affect communication? An indulgent culture might affect communication since it places an importance on freedom of speech. Many more people are heard and feel comfortable to voice their opinions rather than in a restrained culture. Another way it can affect communication is possibly having miscommunication take place. For example, a boy wants to go out with his friends to go and have fun, but does not tell his mother and she gets worried and calls the cops. He then comes home and there might be some yelling, but this all happened because he wanted to have fun for his own sense of happiness, but made everyone worry.
For our restraint culture, we chose Indonesia. How is it a restraint culture? The Indonesian culture can be described as one of restraint because Indonesians have a strong desire to be accepted by society and care very much about their outward appearances. Indonesians place a big importance on belonging and are very loyal to their families. And family and social status are a very important part of Indonesian society. People are also expected to conform to societal norms, and also Indonesia is a very conservative nation with over 80% of the country practicing Sunni Islam. Some societal norms would be dressing modestly in public, respecting those with higher status and power, as well as your elders, not speaking loudly or yelling in public, which is frowned upon, not showing affection in public, and also greeting people with handshakes.
Indonesia is also very rich in tradition. For instance, many Indonesians celebrate some form of harvest festival. One example of these harvest festivals is Serentuan. which is a traditional Sundanese rice harvest festival and ceremony. This festival marks the new agricultural season in the Sundanese ancient calendar and serves to give thanks for the blessings of an abundant rice harvest. Some of Indonesia's most popular foods include dishes like satay and rendang. Because Indonesia is mostly Muslim, most foods found in Indonesia is halal. Our definition of a restrained culture is a culture with many traditions and customs. In restrained cultures, fitting in can sometimes be more important than expressing yourself. Family, community, and religion are held very highly. A restrained culture may affect communication because in a restrained culture there is a strong pressure on individuals to conform to society. In these cultures, freedom of speech is not always customary, and people rarely voice their opinions in a professional environment.